Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. It feels like it's been too long because
it has
been. We took our first week off in a couple years, maybe something like that.
It's been a long time since we've taken a week off, and we appreciate everybody being like, cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you deserve that. So, yeah, thanks to everybody for being patient. That's for sure. But I'm feeling as refreshed as you can feel after New Year's Eve. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I would not use the word refreshed at the moment.
No,
I'm pretty sure at this moment in time, like, what is it? How much % of your body is water?
I don't know. Mine's mostly gravy at this point.
Yeah, mine's tequila. So
okay,
it's
fair.
Yeah, so I may have like inhaled a Qdoba burrito to try and just be like, what's something that can just absorb all of the booze?
I'm surprised they were open today on New Year's Eve or on New Year's Day when we're recording this episode of the I'm Fat podcast.
Because they're dedicated.
I have not left the house yet. Nice. I was all gung ho. I was like Homer Simpson on the couch with my Bears pennant.
Mm-hmm.
Said, Rick, let's record after the Bears game. And then early in the third quarter, I said, well, I've seen enough. Let me know when you're ready. And we started recording. So I don't want to watch Justin Fields die.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not really interested in that at the moment. So far, he's not dead. The Bears are only losing 38-10 when we're recording this. So there you go. Thanks for jumping in. Make sure you follow us on all of our socials at I'm Fat Pod. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And we've got the YouTube channel, youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Episodes go live every Tuesday if they're not live in the first place.
Yeah.
So at least Tuesday. We've got our TeePublic shop, I'mFatMerch.com. Getting lots of photos from folks who got I'm Fat Pod merch for Christmas. So thanks to the friends that bought that, or thanks to the listeners that bought it for themselves. We appreciate that. I'mFatMerch.com for all of your TeePublic needs, not just I'm Fat Podcast stuff, but using our link helps us out a lot. And I bought a bunch of stuff on TeePublic. I got Addie a shirt from the show Wednesday, Wednesday Adams. So I got her a Never More Academy, like a varsity shirt. And I should have had it with me, but I just thought of it now. Micah, our video editor, got me like the most obscure Simpsons reference shirt ever.
Okay.
So if you're not like a huge Simpsons fan, you won't get this, but there are people that will get it. So it's a Gudger College like varsity looking t-shirt.
Yes.
And in the crest in the middle is Kirk Van Houten's drawing of dignity. Like it's like the crest of the school.
Yeah.
The deepest cut ever. And I am here for it. And that was on TeePublic too. So anything you need on TeePublic, check it out. I'mFatMerch.com. And we get a little bit of a couple bucks per shirt sold. So we would appreciate that. Yes. If you do that. We've got our Patreon as well. Patreon.com/I'mFatPodcast. Or I'm Fat Pod, if you want to kick in a few bucks every month, that would be helpful as well. But Rick, Happy New Year! I want to hear about your tequila-soaked adventures.
Yeah, it was. So this was like a multi-purpose night because Sam was going to get to meet Marty, which anybody who listens to the podcast for any moment in time, knows that Marty is someone that I hang out with quite a bit. Yeah. So. Went over there, did the whole meet and greet type thing, but also throughout the day, Marty had been texting me the progress on this chili he was making because he's like, listen, because he's trying to make it like kosher for Sam. Well, not literally kosher, but good for what she needs. And so he's like, yeah, I got this turkey chili, you can barely tell it's turkey and not regular meat, all this stuff. So he starts texting me at like 7 or 8 a.m. like, we're starting the crock pot now. Let's go. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is going to be a big time thing. And it was a really good chili.
Good.
So yes. So I have to give my tip of the cap there. And on the food front, one thing that Sam was not able to eat, but that is a now Marty specialty, Oreo balls.
Oh,
And they were like really good Oreo balls with like the chocolate drizzle
oh yeah.
on
Yes.
top of it. Oh yeah. Dude,
The ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another thing that should not be isolated for the holidays only.
Right.
Be a year-round snack.
Yeah. So between people getting to meet Sam because it was Marty, it was his girlfriend, his parents were there, a couple of our other mutual friends were there. So it was like, it was just cool in that respect, but also like good food and like a good amount of it. Like there were other like assorted like, store desserts and like the half moon like cakes and that type of thing.
Sure.
So there was a ton to eat. There was a ton to drink. The drink of choice for the night was what was it? It was like he had good tequila available, which is always key. Pomegranate juice and lime juice.
Ooh.
It was really good. It was kind of like a let's try it out and see what happens.
Yeah.
And rave reviews. It was wonderful. I had many. It got me in trouble. No, not too bad. I'm not a crazy drunk or anything like that.
Yeah.
But just it was a lot. It was a lot of tequila consumed.
Remind the listener and me, what are the food restrictions that Sam has? Or either doesn't eat?
Dairy, can't do dairy, and chooses to not do beef or pork.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, nobody's perfect.
Well, I know.
Yeah. Hey, Hope does not eat beef,
Mm-hmm.
and she will eat like bacon, and she'll eat sausage, but she's weird because she won't eat sausage with red sauce on it. So she'll have Italian sausage, but won't have an Italian sausage pizza. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing, but whatever. You got to adjust, and flexibility is important. In all ways,
and with her, it's what?
Okay, that works too, I guess.
Yeah. So the other thing too with her about it is like she knows, like she views it as she is inconveniencing other people. So because she is. So if it's one of those things where like let's say she's making a meal, like the one time when she made chili, she had like the base and then like her stuff to top it with, and then my stuff to top it with.
Okay.
So like she doesn't want other people to have to like sacrifice very often for her choices, essentially.
Okay. And did you say she can't have Oreo balls?
Well, because of the like cream cheese.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst of all of it.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, don't worry. Later in the show, we've got a taste test for you. Oreo Snowballs.
Oh, there you go.
For any sort of udder's milk.
Milk counts as dairy.
I guess, if you want to get technical.
Right, exactly. But no, like overall, it was just like a fun night. Like really laid back, fun. Like didn't have to worry about a damn thing. Just ate, drank. Everybody was laughing, talking the entire time. It was a blast. So yeah, I have zero complaints for New Year's Eve.
See, you're
except for the whole going to bed at like 4 a.m. and then having to wake up at like 7:45 to go to work.
That's rough. That's rough. But as long as you had fun, that's good. And I think you and I are both at the point in our lives where like, let's just do a low key thing with the people we really like. As I watch these New Year's Eve programs on TV, that looks like a fucking nightmare. I don't want to be
right.
The best place I want to be ever. Like I get anxiety just watching it. Like, ugh, look how dressed up and social these people are being.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, no. So yesterday we went to my cousin Gary turned 40 on New Year's Day. So we had the party on New Year's Eve in what he calls his car hole, which is his garage, which is awesome. He's got it all heated and, it's just a perfect little place to hang out. We were watching a football game and he's real into bourbon. And I don't know, sure, I'll try it, but I'm not advanced enough to tell you like, well, this is good because of this and this. Mm-hmm. So he's like, hey, our Aunt Nancy gave him this really nice bottle of bourbon. I should have written it down, but I forgot. And he's like, and I looked it up and it was like $500. And the other day I was just sitting there like just drinking it like it was nothing, like it was some cheap bottle. So he's like, you should try it. I said, Gary, I'm never gonna know what makes this special versus what makes your average like Jim Beam bourbon or whatever.
Sure.
I won't be able to tell. So he's like, whatever, just have a sip, do it for my birthday, fine. So he pours me like a little, like an inch of it in a red Solo cup, and I drank it and said, okay, that is good. I don't know if it's better. I have no reference on if it's like better or more subtle, but hey, it tasted really good.
Yeah,
that was fun. But before that, the party started at 7, so Hope and I dropped Addie off to see Brian and Sarah and hang out with Tegan, and then we went to Hope and I tried to go to Nikki's of Beverly, which I've talked a lot, on 106th and Western, and they were closed. So oh well, we ended up at Los Angeles for New Year's Eve, which was great. I was a little bit worried that it was going to be crazy packed.
Sure.
We got one of the last 2 tables when we got there. I think we were there early enough where it wasn't super crazy. And man, it was just perfect.
Yeah.
It was great. We got mozzarella sticks to start, got our large pizza that we split, order fries. It was just great. And then Gary's party had food, but I was so full from eating all that Los Angeles that I didn't have any.
Nice.
And then we went over to Brian and Sarah's for like the second half of the night because Addie wanted to spend the New Year with us. That's important to her. So hung out, made Christmas cookies. Sarah had a whole table laid out with brown paper and a bunch of sugar cookies and some squeezed bottles of frosting. And of course, mine looked like I was a 4-year-old did them because I have no artistic prowess at all.
Join the club. But
they tasted good, which is all that matters.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a low key New Year's, which is I'm here for it. I remember years ago, right when Hope, it was kind of an awkward moment for me and Hope, but this actually came up last night. Hope and I just started kind of making it a little more of like, hey,
official,
like each other sort of a thing. But I was still sort of, although me and my ex were broken up, that still wasn't like totally over. So it was like that awkward spot where we were all going to New Year's together. So
different tab
there. And then Hope saw my ex get there and she's like, well, F this. And she did not have a fun night. And then I was just like, I can't hurt anyone or be rejected by anyone. So I'm just going to sit in limbo forever until I can't be anymore.
Yep.
And that was at Navy Pier. And it was like, oh, you can drink for, this was what, 02, 03 maybe, whatever it was.
Okay.
Well, you can drink for $50. Like, hell yeah, it's a great deal. You spent the entire night in line.
Yes.
Yeah, it sucked. So that was like my last big time New Year's Eve, and it will be my last. I ate it. So get me with friends or family that can hang out low key, and that's perfect. And we both had it. And I know all the youngs are listening to us like, what's wrong with these two? We're old and we're fat and we're tired.
Plenty. Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty wrong with us.
I'm telling you, I think we were watching Channel 5. That was one with Billy Corgan and Everclear, I think.
Yeah.
And it was just looked like a nightmare. It just looked like a nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around anyone.
No. Nope.
Speaking of being around people, we've got a live broadcast coming up.
Yes, we do.
Make sure you join us on January 14th, 2 p.m. at Uncle Bud's. That's my cousin's new restaurant in Oaklawn, 97th and Cicero. The address is actually 9700 South Cicero. Real easy to find. If you're familiar with the area, it used to be TC's. Now it's called Uncle Bud's. It's much cleaner, and the food is a lot better. It's great. We're going to have a wonderful time out there. Starting at 2:00, we're going to do a live I'm Fat podcast. That will be that week's episode. So come watch us in person. Come hang out. Come try some great food, some great drinks, and have a good time. It's free. There's no tickets needed. Just show up. Uncle Bud's, 97th and Cicero. That is January 14th at 2 p.m. And then the football games kick off, I think, at 3:30 that day. So you get to watch some. I think that's championship weekend, right? 14th.
No,
that's the divisional weekend.
No, I think that's. Or is that wild card weekend?
Maybe
because
it's a weekend.
Yes,
confirmed. And there will be football being played.
Yes, because
I know
next week is the 8th, and the 8th is the last weekend of regular season, so it'll be the first week of playoffs.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
I'm glad we figured this out.
Yeah. And we became a team. But yeah, come out and join us. Again, no tickets necessary. So coming out, bring a friend. A good way for them to find out about the podcast. We're going to have some merch available. I've got some t-shirts, got some buttons and stickers. So if you've been waiting to get some of that stuff, I've got some you can buy right from us. I don't have a ton of like size variety left, but I'm going to bring what I have and hopefully can accommodate everybody who wants something. So
nice.
That is, again, January 14th, 2 p.m. at Uncle Bud's on 97th and Cicero in Oak Lawn. A guaranteed good time. Worst case scenario, you come and get to watch me and Rick do a podcast, which is always an adventure. Watch me be stressed out and struggle with technology.
As opposed to every time we do the podcast live.
Well, it's better when we're I've gotten better though.
No, you have. You have
slightly better. I wouldn't say I'm great yet. But I'm a little more like I know how to share the screen. I know how to do stuff. But right now, Rick, I don't have to share a screen because the shit I'm going to try is right in my hand.
Oh, yo,
so to speak.
Yeah.
I know these don't interest you, Rick.
No, they don't.
Rest of America is interested in Reese's dipped animal crackers. And I want to throw a special shout out. They're not a sponsor by any means, but 7-Eleven, if you're looking for some new stuff to try,
they're pretty good for it.
7-Eleven is great for it. I'm all like, if ever I hear about something new like this, I will look at 7-Eleven and they will usually come through. All right, so here's the first cracker. You can see one side of it is peanut butter.
I would say it's third. Yeah.
The other side is chocolate.
Yeah.
Nice cookie inside. Absolutely. The ratios of this are perfect.
Okay.
The peanut butter to chocolate is perfect. The cookie is crunchy. The frosting and peanut butter are soft. It's a really great like flavor combo situation. So I can't recommend these more. Reese's dipped animal crackers. They're in like a kind of a medium size, like a chip bag almost size. So I found them by the register.
Okay.
Like hanging on the hooks, like right where you would get the gum or whatever else, like right at the front there. That's where I found these. Really good. The other thing I want to try.
Yeah.
And these were recommended to us by loyal listener Lindsay, who listens to the podcast all the time and is always sending us cool stuff. These are Oreo Snowballs. And in my haste, I just threw the packaging away. Right here in the holiday aisle. Oreo Snowballs. Now, I realize that I've seen these before.
Okay.
I don't know why I never chose to buy them. I don't know. So here they are.
So what's the inside?
I'm going to show you. So
Okay.
here's the ball. This is roughly the size of a golf ball, I would say. Okay. And it's, if you're listening to the podcast only, it's wrapped in blue foil with snowflakes on it. And then when you unwrap it, the chocolate ball itself has a snowflake design.
Okay.
And it's split down the middle. So if you're careful, you can split it. Okay. There you can see in the middle, Oreo cream. And I want to show you the consistency of this. I'm going to try to, this is kind of not great.
Yeah.
But it's real soft.
Okay.
Like it's not a hard.
I was going to say, are you going to look the camera, look me in the eyes while you do that?
No way to do this. It's not gross. But there it is, the cream with little bits of Oreo in it and a nice chocolate shell, milk chocolate shell. And the Oreo that's crumbled up inside gives it like a little bit of a crunch.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Now, these are definitely seasonal. So look in the Target clearance place. That's where I found them.
Okay.
Chewing.
Jay is chewing. Yes.
I found them in the Target clearance section, and I was very happy to find them there because they are damn good. And it's kind of a different taste because of the milk chocolateness.
Yeah.
Of them. Not typically something that's, an Oreo taste. I don't know if an Oreo cookie is dark chocolate, but it's not milk chocolate.
It's definitely not milk chocolate.
So it gives it a little bit of a different taste experience, but it's delicious. So
nice.
We'll find those. Install while I take a drink.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, there's 2.5 minutes left. The Bears are down 41-10, and Justin Fields is still in the game for some godforsaken reason.
What are we doing?
I don't know, but whatever. And I think Fox felt bad for the Bears because they arbitrarily just gave the Bears another point that I don't think they were supposed to.
There you go.
Yeah, 41-11. For those that took plus 31, you just got screwed. So something that I tried this week, or not this week, it was last, but whatever, the day after Christmas. So Sam's family, Boxing Day. Sam's family has a tradition: day after Christmas, family goes bowling. For one thing, this was my first time I was actually able to prove that I can literally do anything in front of them.
What?
because like everything else is like other people can do all this stuff, and I'm like, I talk into a microphone sometimes.
Hey, what do you mean by that? What have been like the opportunities to do something that you couldn't in front of her family?
Oh no, there really haven't been many, but just like,
I feel you though.
Just let me have my moment here.
Like all my friends are really handy. They can fix things. I have none of that. So I feel like a completely useless person. I know where you're at. Okay. Yeah.
So we go bowling and I dominated. I haven't bowled in years, legitimately years. I can't use my bowling balls anymore because, well, too fat. Got to like
used hole have outgrown the hole.
Yes, seriously.
Oh, God.
So I had, but either way, I hadn't bowled in years, and I bowled a 180, which for me, I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Usually make a score.
Yeah, right. That's closer to my golf score. But yes, so I proved my worth, and then afterwards, go to Village Tavern in Schaumburg, which I had not been. Apparently, it is a mainstay. So, Village Tavern in Schaumburg, which is 901 West Wise Street.
All right.
Giant nachos.
Oh, I've seen
for the
place.
table.
Now that I see the like the logo.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Like there's a few of them around, but the giant nachos, which even with all the crap on it, the chips stay like crispy. It's quality ingredients on your It's got all your standard nacho stuff. I feel like I don't really need to go down that like what's on it, because if it's something you'd think would be on like a like deluxe supreme nacho thing, there it is, the Nacho Rama.
Nacho Rama.
Yes.
Nice.
So it was really, really good, and it was like split between the table, so it was like 7-8 people, something like that. So it was like enough for all of us. I mean, I got they're known for their chicken tenders. Let me tell you, they do not skimp on like the size when you order them, because it was a 6 tender thing with fries, and then with your sauce that's on the plate too. There is no empty plate, and they are layers of food.
Excellent.
It was like I got the buffalo ones, and there's like a good amount of spice, but not like too much to where you're going to regret it really quick.
Yeah.
Only in the intermediate. But but it was just like almost closer to it's more of a batter for frying.
That's what I like. Yep.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Huge tenders, good chicken, like probably because of having the nachos before that too, and like sharing some of that stuff. I didn't even finish all 6 tenders.
Wow.
And the fries were either a light double fry or a hard single fry.
Okay.
To where like there's good and like seasoned. Just, I'm a sucker for a fry that is seasoned properly.
Right.
It's so simple, but it makes all the difference in the world. So it's like incredible food, like really, really good food. I guess it's a place that they go a decent amount. Like it's one of their like default places. And they say they like, from all the variety of things anybody's had, they haven't had anything bad there. So Village Tavern, lots of different options. Like not the biggest place in the world. They got the cool, like you walk in and then there's like the circular bar like right there. And then a lot of your like regular seating is more kind of on the outside of that as you fan out. But yes, I will be going back. I know I'll be going back because they're like, listen, we will be going back here. I'm like, okay.
No, twist my arm.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what? The art of the chicken tender is something that I think places take for granted.
100%.
Because there's a lot of times I'll go to a place that's really good and I'll get their chicken tenders and they're kind of like stringy a little bit dry and small, and you're kind of like, this is not good. This is not what I want right now.
Yeah.
I was really hoping for something a little bigger. That's why every time I go to Nikki's of Beverly,
yeah.
Oh well, that's damn truth. Every time I go to Nikki's of Beverly, I get the buffalo tenders because I can get buffalo tenders anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
No one does them as well as Nikki's.
Yeah.
Like when I know I'm going to get a bomb ass tendy, as the kids say, I'm taking that opportunity. And they've got great burgers and like all sorts of like more creative kind of like, chicken tenders are about as simple as it gets, but they're so damn good that I can't bring myself to get anything else.
Yeah.
So
I'm like that with so many places. I have one, maybe two things I'll get. That's it.
Right. Yeah. You have your go-tos, which, and I've just been talking to you for the last few weeks since you and Sam have been seeing each other. Is girlfriend, is that in play?
That's fair.
All right. Good. That makes it simpler. Since Sam has been your girlfriend, I can see you're like trying new stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
I tried something new out of my comfort zone this week too.
Okay.
That I'm going to tell you about, but first I want to tell you about our friends at Mazda of Orland Park. I saw a CX-50 in the wild yesterday, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to follow it." Talk to them about their car. Then I realized, sir.
And then after you got pulled over by the cops from someone being like, "There's this car following me."
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. I didn't, but I'm glad I didn't. But the CX-50 is their newest car. It is very like kind of in between SUV and crossover. Really nice. Might be the next one I get, but Mazda just announced that I think in 2024 they're going to be launching an electric car. So go to MazdaOrlandPark.com. There's info on the website there. If those things interest you, they interest me because gas is expensive and I hate it every time I fill it up. It just sucks. So definitely on the radar. And if you're into an electric car, Mazda's got your back in here in a year or so. So check it out, MazdaOrlandPark.com. I drive a 2022 CX-30 and a 2015 CX-5. Love them both. And I got them both at Mazda of Orland Park. So 8910 West 159th Street, 708-444-3200, Mazda of Orlandpark.com. So Rick,
yes,
last week I sent you a text and said, hey, we're headed out to Lombard to try gnarly nuts again. And then after like 10 minutes, you texted me. You're like, well, they're closed today. Like, well, shit. We're already out today, so we're going to find something to do. And Hope had read a couple things about Ghareeb Nawaz, which is a Pakistani Indian restaurant, which is not a thing that's really on my radar. Right. Indian food is a massive blind spot for me. I don't know. I've just never really tried it. But Hope's like, this is your chance. Let's go try this place. And we did, and holy crap. I know you're looking at the screen here, Rick. I'm sharing it on the YouTubes if you're looking. This is what I got. The chili chicken biryani, which is boneless grilled chicken with yogurt, curry leaves, green pepper, spices, and cooked with fragrant basmati rice. I did not eat any of the stuff in the 3 holes above the meat, so to speak.
I was going to say that's a different tab.
Yeah, but I tried it, and it was fine. I just, you know me, I don't like the white. Any like branch mayo, I'm not into that stuff. I'm not into tzatziki or cucumber sauce they put on gyros. Like I just for whatever reason, it's just not my thing. But this chili chicken, all it was spicy ass chicken on top of a huge bed of rice.
Yes,
you can see the price there, $7.
I was gonna say I could totally do that.
Yes, $7, and I was beyond full. I probably took half of this home.
Oh, wow.
Hope got the green chili chicken biryani, which I actually liked better. I liked hers better because there was just more of a there's like a more depth of flavor.
Okay.
In the green chili one. And then Addie got the she got the why am I blanking on it? She got the butter chicken, which I'm not seeing on the menu here.
I think down a little bit.
You see it? Oh, well, this is good.
There you go.
Butter. No, she got the butter chicken, which is kind of like it's a standard. It is definitely like an Indian food standard. Again, very basic. I think that you could try the chili chicken. It's in Lombard, right by, not far from you, 833 East Roosevelt Road in Lombard. It's just a little plaza. You'd probably drive past it 1,000 times.
Yeah, I drove past it today.
Yeah, that green chili chicken and the just chili chicken were just fantastic. It's one of those things I've been thinking about since I've had it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get a chance to go out there again. There's another location in Lincoln Park, and then there's one on Devon, which is a traditionally Indian area.
Yeah.
I could not believe, like, we all got those big entrees, and then Hope got like 2 big pieces of naan bread, and then she got some kind of cheese dip. I put the menu away, so I'm not going to remember what it's called. But it was also amazing, and it was like $33 or something. It was obscenely cheap.
Yeah.
Like when me and Hope and Hattie go to like Chipotle, it's
more than that.
$36.
Yeah.
This was a giant meal that fed the 3 of us. We all had another meal left over when we left.
Nice.
It was great. Ghareeb, Nawaz. I went to the one in Lombard on Roosevelt, 833 East Roosevelt. Apparently, this has been around a long time, and everybody knows about this. But for a guy like me who who never really explored Indian food, it was a new place, and it was freaking awesome. It was so good. So I'm sure you will like it. And I know that now that you're expanding your palate, I think you should give it a try. I know that there are things we've talked about this before. The worst thing is taking your friends out to a place you like and they don't like it.
Yeah.
It gives me big anxiety, which is why I really only bring people to Los Angeles, because I know they're gonna like it because it's that damn good.
Right.
But I will give you the Jay Zawoski guarantee of fatness that you would like the green chili chicken here.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I'm just gonna have to find a time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, take you and Sam can go, and they've got some different options in there. So this sort of leads me to, and we're not going to do like what's our New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
But there are 2 things I want to do better at food wise this year.
Okay.
Indian food for sure, and ramen.
Yeah.
I need to figure out ramen because the best ramen.
Yes.
I haven't had a lot of it because I'm intimidated by it, and I'm not talking about the stuff you ate in college and you throw it in
the like big boy ramen.
Big boy ramen. Yes. Yeah. So back in the day when I was at the Score, they had what was the name of that kitchen? Like down by it was like the cafeteria, Fresh Time or whatever it was called.
Oh,
it doesn't matter. It was like a cafeteria style restaurant in the Prudential building.
Yes.
And it was like a hot bar. You can go get your whatever. But for whatever reason, they found this incredible ramen chef. And he every day would make ramen, and I would get it almost every day because it was so good. It was expensive, but it was really, really good. And I've been kind of chasing that ever since. But I see these Woo's ramens popping up like all over the South Side. And I don't know. I'm like intimidated by it.
Yeah.
Because I know they always have hard-boiled egg. And I don't like hard-boiled eggs. They gross me out. Because Dan McNeil used to bring them into work, and he would peel them, and it would smell, and then he would unpeel it, and the yolk would be like teal. Like the yellow yolk had like turned to green.
Oh. Yeah.
And I was like, and it was always like 6:30 in the morning. Like, please get that out of my face. Gross.
The egg too.
Yes. Oh, take a look at this, Chicago. So if anyone has ramen 101,
yes,
hit us up at imfatpod@gmail.com because I'm genuinely interested in knowing.
There's a over by donut experiment in Lombard, in that like same group of it's like a couple little strip malls like in one big area, like by the patio. There's one of them now is a sushi place, and next door is a new ramen place.
Okay.
So there's that as an option too, and that's also got the that burrito paradilla that's like right next to Donut Experiment, and there's a Billy Bricks Pizza, and there's Bat 17 or something.
Or just we talk about this all the time, but it's just every time I'm in Lombard, I'm like, God, Rick has everything.
Yes. Yes, I do.
So fat.
Dude. I'm just like, before it was always just like I was fat because I was having a lot of the same things, just mass quantities of them.
Yeah.
Now it can also be just trying different things.
Yeah. See, that's better. It's more socially acceptable. Oh, by the way, I drove by your closed Taco Bell. Guess what?
Yeah.
It was closed
in the middle of the day.
Yeah. I was like, it's a weekday, it's noon, and this Taco Bell is closed. Very interesting.
It makes no sense.
No
Like,
one's going to work anymore.
whatever. Oh, another place I tried. Here's a shock in the Chicago area. There's a good Mexican spot.
What?
Right. So this was actually pre-Christmas because I was over at Sam's parents' place because they do like a big like cookie decorating day.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, for one thing, like the two little kids, to having an entire like tub of varieties of types of sprinkles to be able to use.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening, of course, is they have like those little fruit dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about instead of just, like taking one variety and then like kind of like taking a pinch from it and putting it on there? Nope. Dump a lot in. Then, oh, look, another type of sprinkle. Dump it all in.
Oops.
And like do that with like the entire thing was full of different types of sprinkles. And then they just kept mixing it instead of putting any of them on the cookies. I was like, why don't you then just like take a handful of this and like put it, spread it around a cookie? And then at that point, they're like, oh yeah, that's actually a decent idea. But let's put a few more varieties of sprinkles in the fruit dish first.
Shut up, Bick. I'm
Yeah.
making cookies.
Seriously.
I just imagine you at the end of the assembly line. It's like, Sam is like putting the cookies out for the kids and the kids decorate and then they add a little something and you're just at the end, you're just like, ow.
Yep. I was the no.
He's like, I thought this was my job.
If I didn't have, like, let's put it this way, if I was eating the ones that they made, if I didn't have diabetes before, I would have after having those cookies because there was like layers of sprinkles on them. But on that day they got a place. They went and picked up a place, Besa Mi Taco.
Okay.
At 1180 North Arlington Heights Road. Man, a steak burrito suizo. Ooh, dude, especially with it when it was really cold out, being transported like to their place, and it was still really damn good. Like the quality was there, the quality of the meat, especially. It was like, okay, it's a steak burrito, but like, no, it was really, really good. And that's like one of their like default places of, hey, we want to get something, but eat it here. What do we get? Oh, yes, that's it.
Rick.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the menu. It's on the YouTube screen. Coach Anita Pabil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is my favorite thing in the world. I used to get it all the time at Chuck's.
Yep.
And if I'm correct, it's still the Saturday special at Chuck's. Like when we talk about like, oh, Jay, you're going to get the electric chair. Like, what do you want to have? I think Coach Anita Pabil might be it. It's on the screen now. I'm showing it there. You can see with the pickled red onions on top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. And the meat is pork and it's cooked and marinated in banana leaves. So it just keeps in all the moisture. Oh my God, Rick. Next time you go here, you've got to get the Coach Anita Pabil. It is
okay.
I have never had theirs, but
sure.
It's one of those things that can't be bad.
Yeah.
Based on the way it's made. That place looks good. Itasca? Did I see that right?
Yes, in Itasca.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's another thing that I tried that was awesome. Because it's like, remember how we were like forever. We've been getting complaints that we don't go anywhere like north.
Yeah. Yes.
Now it's like this works out perfectly because now I go north a little bit.
All right.
Not like a crazy distance, but a little bit.
So I'm going to write these down. So that was called, I'm going to add
Besa Mi Taco.
Besa Mi Taco, BESAMI Taco.
Yep.
Tavern Grill,
Village Tavern.
Village Tavern. That was close.
Yep.
And I have Ghareeb Nawaz. And we're going to add all of these to the I'm Fat map.
Yes.
So you guys can try all these places. And you'll probably meet Ramblin' Grimace because he's on the world tour of the I'm Fat
dude,
map.
he really is.
Times. So that's awesome. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
There's two things in the world to me that you can always count on to be satisfying: a great Mexican meal and a great pizza. I said two. I stopped.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I meant two. You know what I mean? Like it's just no matter all the like gourmet meals you've had, if you're a world traveler, you've been to Paris, you've been to Rome, you've been to, all the culinary places of the world.
Yeah.
Very few things come back and beat that tavern style with a beer or tacos and margs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's just when you find your places like that, where it tastes like home and it feels like home, That's great. And man, I did mention that was on the show. The Taqueria Harabe I went to on Taylor Street that had the lime.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
because I said R.I.P. Harabe.
by the way,
What?
a story. I'm going to qualify this.
Okay.
It may have been an onion type of story.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. I saw something on Twitter that the kid who fell into Harambe's enclosure was recently struck by a stray bullet. Like, he's not dead, but
wow.
I saw it, and then somebody on Twitter was like, "Sweet justice" or something. I'm like, okay,
yeah, that's
child. Let's
calm down a little bit here.
Snow angels next to his writhing corpse, like the Giants and
Nick Foles.
What the hell?
That was so funny.
Oh, I hope he's okay. Is he okay?
I think so.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything saying anything to the contrary. I mean, obviously he was out for the game, but
whenever you see a guy tremoring on the field, it's not usually a good sign.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, so hope the Harambe kid gets well soon. It's just funny that you mentioned that, and I'm like, by the way, that kid got shot.
So random.
We haven't talked a ton about Christmas. And I've talked about Hope's family's Christmas many times where we do all the fish and the traditional Slovak stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm going to leave you, Rick, before we get to Ask a Fat. I know you've got something else to get to too. The big gift Addie got from my parents.
Okay.
Was, the MetaQuest 2, which is the new name of the Oculus Rift, the VR thing. So my mom's like, I want to get her something really nice that she will never get herself and that you guys don't want to get her. So I'm like kind of picking my brain. And I remembered like 6 months ago, she tried her friends and really liked it. So she gets it. I'm like, cool. I'll check it out. I'll try it. This thing is really freaking cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be very kind of gimmicky. Like, okay. Remember like when the Wii came out?
Yes.
Like once you got past like look, my hands are doing things. You're like, all right, well, you can't really, there's not a ton more depth here.
Yeah. That's why it's like the most famous Wii game is still Wii Sports.
Yeah, Wii Sports is still the famous Wii game. Exactly. So, couple of games I played. First of all, NFL Pro Era, where you are the quarterback of your NFL team.
So
and
you suck.
Yeah, basically. But like, you walk in and you're in a locker room. You like walk around a locker room. You like to start the game. You grab your helmet and like motion it like towards your head, and that like starts the game.
Oh, that's cool.
The game starts and you are on the field, like you're standing in the middle of Soldier Field or AT&T Stadium, and you can look around, up, down, left, right, turn around, and you're like fully immersed. So it's kind of like you lose track of where you are in your house.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like if you approach a border. Because you like before you start, you take your controller and you literally paint a border of where you are in your room.
Oh, okay.
The system remembers that, and then if you stray, it will warn you that you're close to a boundary.
Nice,
which is great. Thank God. So there's that, and you're like literally under center, taking snaps, like throwing to receivers. It's really
awesome.
Cool. And then you like look down and you could see your chest, and it's a Bears jersey or whatever, and you could see the face mask in front of you. So that's really cool. And then there was a Star Wars called Vader Immortal. And like it starts off, you're in a ship, and then the Empire like comes and they kidnap your ship, stormtroopers come in, and then you wake up in this room, and Darth Vader like walks like right up to your face. And I was like, it actually like kind of intimidated me a little bit.
Okay.
It's so real. It's so real.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And a couple times I was like hitting things with my lightsaber, and I like punch my fridge.
Not a lightsaber.
But I want to know if you would do this. There's one called Richie's, I think it's Richie's Plank World or something.
Okay.
And you literally walk a plank.
Oh, I was going to say you go around different items and plank on them.
Maybe that's part of it. So you go, the game starts and you're like in the lobby of a whatever. You go up in an elevator, it takes you to the top floor, and the door opens, and there is a plank like off a high rise.
Yeah.
And as you walk forward, you have to maintain your steps with the plank. And as you're walking out, the plank is like,
yeah,
it's creaking, and you've got like 15 stories to fall if you step wrong.
Yep.
I couldn't do it.
Really?
I seriously, I could not. And I have a little bit of a thing of not so much heights, but edges. I don't like edges.
Okay.
And I was freaked out by him. But yesterday I eventually did it and fell. And I'm like, okay, that's not that bad. I didn't actually fall. I walked up to where I knew my sink was.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my hand on the countertop.
Yeah.
And then I like stepped to the left so I knew that I wasn't going to actually fall.
Yeah.
But just the visual of me in my kitchen with the big VR set on, punching my fridge and like throwing footballs around.
I would 100% do that one because I have done something close to that one.
Okay.
Like just like a go out on a ledge type thing.
Oh my God. It was and like, you know, it's not like photorealistic graphics.
No.
Like, you know, you're in a video game, but still it's like I literally like reached the first time I reached and tried to grab the wall that wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then there's another thing in that Richie's Plank World where you are in Santa's sleigh.
Okay.
So you're in the sleigh and then the reindeer take off.
So do you line up in front of Akeem Hicks or behind him?
Yes, exactly. But you had to throw presents in the chimneys.
Okay.
Like the sleigh is full of presents. You got to pick them up and throw as many as you can as the sleigh passes by. It was really cool. And then there's a Creed, like the Creed movie. Box.
I thought it was like you write songs that annoy everybody.
No. Arms Wide Open, is that Creed?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, but no, it's like Apollo Creed. It's the Michael B. Jordan franchise.
Okay.
And you start a match and it's like giant buff dude like walks up to you and starts punching you. It's like, this is kind of weird and also dangerously close to a workout, so I'm going to stop.
Yeah. I know, right? But no, those things are awesome.
It was
like,
really cool.
So I've done a roller coaster game.
Oh,
where it's just like you're on roller.
That.
Yeah, you know when that would have been bad for me? This morning. it was like so real. Like it got me going like enough to where like you feel that momentum to where like this morning I would have been like, like like I don't know if I would have puked, but it might have come close.
I gotta check that out. Addie, you know, since we left Disney, Addie's been a roller coaster addict. Yeah. Oh, the other thing too is there is a tour of the White House.
Okay.
And this is like the Obamas filmed this like right before they left office.
Oh, better than if Clinton did it.
Somewhat recent. Don't look under the table. But like you started, you're on the lawn of the White House and you can like all around, and then you're in like the main lobby, whatever they call that, like the main room.
Yeah.
And the next scene is like cut scene, and Barack Obama is sitting in a chair like this close to you, talking to you.
Huh.
And it's like, oh my God, that does look photorealistic. It looks like you're actually sitting next to Barack Obama. And like, again, I had to do the reach out touch thing. It was really cool. And you get to see parts of the White House, like you're in a situation room, and it's cool. I have not turned on my Xbox since Addie got that.
Wow.
I love it. So it's really cool. I'm very surprised by how much I'm enjoying it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know how often I can do it, but every once in a while.
The football game is a lot of fun.
Yeah. I could totally see having fun with that. Maybe that's a thing for next year, inevitably, when like my mom is like, seriously, I have no idea what to get you. What do you want?
Yeah.
So
a quest. It's fun.
Yeah. Okay, so Christmas food wise on Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a lot. So I did the dual household thing. So went to Sam's around like lunch, except it was like eat breakfast, but at lunch, essentially.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not
brunch, Rick.
Oh, yes. Well, you know. Dude, I am so far away from being on all cylinders right now.
I think that Sam has introduced you to brunch and gnocchi. Those are my two favorite things. It's like jogging or yogging. Apparently, it's off J. Apparently, you just run for a while.
So like homemade cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah.
Like a breakfast, like a breakfast casserole. like a sauce. There was like a sausage one and a veggie one, and
Yep.
obviously I had the sausage breakfast casserole, which like I'm not the biggest like just having egg person, but if it's like in that context where it's a vehicle or like a binder, like I can do egg in that regard.
Hash browns in it, right?
Yes.
So far, we have had the identical Christmas brunch.
Nice. What else? Let me see what else. Oh, the bacon. Like it was not Charlie's bacon, but like the quality was about as close to that as you could get. Like it was, I don't know if it was like candied or whatever, or like what type of glaze it was put, but it was like thicker cut bacon too. It was so good. I want to say I had like 4 strips of bacon, which considering how many people were involved here and how much bacon there was overall is a pretty significant amount.
Yeah.
So it was like really, really good meal. And it also
great.
I don't know if you had a mimosa or screwdriver to drink for yours, but I did. I had a screwdriver.
Yeah, that was breakfast at my parents' house, and that's what my mom always used to make, and Hope made it this year for us. And yeah, the cinnamon rolls in the air fryer, by the way, really quickly done. I think even you could do that, Rick. Go get the
Yes, I could.
Yeah, you could do that. And man, I call it egg bake. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but yeah, it's the hash browns, the eggs, and then whatever meat you want. We keep it real simple because my mom doesn't like anything that's a vegetable at all. But you could throw onions in there, peppers, like you could really soup it up. Yeah, those are killer.
Yeah. And then I went to my mom's and we had our traditional thing. Oh, and for one thing, I was able to bring one thing from my, because my mom was like, what do you want for Christmas? Because I just didn't give her much. And she's like, I asked, like, can you make kolachkis? Because I know it's not easy. Like it's a pain in the butt for her to make because of the dough. Like so she made kolachkis and I was able to bring that over as like my peace offering. And just to have new people try like my mom's kolachkis and be like, not only are they really good, but they're the most like beautifully not wrapped, but like folded.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
That's
so
awesome.
Just to have that. And like they were cherry ones and apricot ones. I'm a fan of the cherry, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
And Sam has met the family, yes?
That is happening. Well, this is coming out on Monday. That is happening today.
Oh.
Yeah. So
it'll go fine. It'll go really well.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
She's at the point where I can make fun of her on the podcast a little bit.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I also sent you a picture of the twice baked potatoes that we had.
Okay.
So, but just like twice baked potatoes where it's such a light inside. Like I was talking with my mom about it and she's like, some people want to put extra stuff in there, but then it makes it more dense and it weighs down the inside, where she wants like the inside of those twice baked potatoes to be really light and fluffy. Yeah. And it makes all the difference. Like for guys like us that are textural people, like, man, to be able to have that. And then she put like little bits of bacon up on top. It was like so good. And she got like a loin too to be able to make, and like made that really, really well. So to have like the loin with the twice baked potatoes and kolachkis for dinner on Christmas. Yeah. Yes. It was awesome.
That's great. That sounds awesome. Well, I'm glad you had a good Christmas. I know I did too. It was great. I felt Hope and Addie told me like the night of Christmas, like, wow, you really won Christmas. You did great this year with all the gifts and stuff. And I'm like,
nice.
Yeah, naturally. That's one thing I'm good at. I'm good at gift giving and shopping and stuff. So by the way, for your stocking stuffing needs, Dollar Tree, every imaginable gummy, like Haribo branded gummy, I bought all of them and just shoved them in everybody's stocking.
Including your own.
Yes, of course. We have so much gummy candy left. It's not even fair. It's not even like, it's ridiculous. The water, like the sour watermelon. Look for the berry clouds. So they're like they have the sour like sugar on them.
Okay.
Like whatever it is that makes them sour. And then it's got a little like marshmallow layer on the bottom, like a gummy shark or a gummy frog.
Yeah.
So mix of the sweet, the sour, and the marshmallow. Killer.
Nice.
So freaking good. All right. Before we ask the fats, we want to tell you about our friends at Frato's Culinary Kitchen, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg. Frato'sPizza.com, Frato'sBakery.com. Remember, place an online order with Frato's. Use the promo code I'm Fat, all caps, no spaces, IMFAT, and you will save 10% forever. It's not a one-time promo code. Anytime you place an online order at Frato'sPizza.com, you will save 10% with our code I'm Fat. What do you want to get at Frato's? Well, the question is, what don't you want to get? Because everything there is fantastic, from our line of I'm Fat items, the burger, the pizza, the grilled cheese, the Cajun bites, the giant mozzarella sticks, all of their ever-rotating monthly specials, but even the basics, the burgers, the hot dogs, everything.
The shakes.
The shakes, the RC colas.
Mm-hmm.
It's all amazing. Frato's is so great. We could not recommend them more. Everyone that's gone out on our suggestion has loved it and written us back about it. So go check them out. Make sure you go tell them the I'm Fat podcast sent you. And a good way to do that, if you're shy, is to just use the promo code. Because if you use the promo code, they know you listened to the episode, and then they know that you heard about them from us, and that's good for all parties involved. So again, Frato'sPizza.com, promo code I'm Fat, all caps, no spaces, IMFAT. Do that at Frato'sPizza.com. And if you got a sweet tooth, go to Frato'sBakery.com. They've got amazing brownies, cookies, everything you want to get there. They make really great gifts all year round. So, maybe it's your boss's birthday or a coworker or someone that you are their supervisor. It makes a really great, thoughtful gift. So check out Frato'sBakery.com. The promo code does not work at Frato'sBakery.com, but still, you're going to knock it out of the park with anything you get from Frato'sBakery.com.
Yes.
So good. So with that, Rick, is it time to ask the Fats?
Oh, it is.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat, as always, is brought to you by our buddy, Charlie the Bacon Guy, who I saw last week. And here he is with this week's Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay, and Happy New Year to all the fats out there. Bacon flavors this week are maple pepper, lemon pepper, and buffalo. Bacon jams are the original and the bourbon. We'll get into some more new fun flavors in the next couple of weeks. Don't forget about all the merchandise opportunities you have with us. The hats, the ball caps, the beanies, buttons, stickers, magnets, t-shirts, hockey jerseys, all that other fun stuff. And shout out to Jim Webb for wearing the Charlie the Bacon Guy t-shirt on New Year's Eve. What a great way to ring in the new year. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
Oh, I had that lemon pepper.
Yeah.
Ooh, game changer.
Yeah, I think lemon pepper, mind you, it's not like lemon pepper's new, but I think it's my new favorite flavor combination.
So from what I understand, I am the first person to have tried that.
Oh.
Me and a sampler, and we made it, and it was really, really effing good. So get yourself some. CharlieTheBaconGuy@gmail.com is the easiest way to get in touch. You can also hit him up on Instagram @CharlieTheBaconGuy or on Twitter @CZTheBaconGuy. He will help you get your order squared away. He also gave me some cherry jalapeno bacon jam.
Nice.
Which I'm looking forward to breaking into very, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So hit up Charlie for all of your bacon needs. We don't have any voicemails this week, which is understandable. It's been a busy time of year for everybody.
It has.
And a couple email questions. If you want to leave us a message, 708-858-3314. Or again, email us, imfatpod@gmail.com. I am eating this dipped animal cracker and it's making my mouth extremely watery. Okay, this one comes from Matt. He says, getting ready for Christmas with the in-laws. I got a couple pounds of Charlie's bacon, each for the brother-in-laws and nephews. When
Smart
I ordered
peace
from Charlie,
offering.
yes. When I ordered from Charlie, I got the last 4 of the ground bacon. I use one of them in a couple different meals and makes a great ingredient in chili. I had planned on giving the other 3 as gifts, but as I bought the last of them and don't know when they'd be available again, is it wrong to just keep them for myself? No. Of course not, Matt. Keep the ground bacon for yourself. Charlie also gave me some of that, which is wonderful. Because I had found when making Charlie's chili, which I did again last week, the hardest part is getting the bacon minced and small enough to be used in the chili, because from what I understand, and Charlie, if I'm wrong, let me know. You're supposed to cut the bacon when it's uncooked and then throw the uncooked bacon into the chili, and then everything cooks together. That makes the most sense, but it's obviously raw bacon. So I don't have the greatest knives in the world, obviously. So that's a challenge. So if I have the ground bacon, I just take a spoonful of it, flop it in there, and call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You know what that sounds like? A loving spoonful.
it does sound like a loving spoonful. You're right. I agree.
So painfully bad.
It's okay. I liked it.
That's where I'm at today. I'm gonna have like zero filter and zero thoughts, because believe me, I am at like half of the cylinders right now.
Give me a midday show.
Yeah. So this one's from Michael. Does anyone else save their bacon grease for later use? If so, what do you use it for? And here we have a reply from Charlie. So this is good for everybody to take note of. #take note. Charlie said literally everything. You can keep it on your counter for months, in the fridge for about 6 months, and in the freezer using ice trays for a really long time. Every suggestion so far has its merits, and it can replace any fat in cooking. Well, that's good. I can just use bacon grease and then I can leave.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. So what I do with the bacon grease is I will get a can of beer or pop, pep, and I'll take a can opener and get the top off of it.
Okay.
Right. And then whatever bacon grease I get, I will let it drain into the drain into the can. And then
you drink it.
Yeah, right. Then just sip it as the day goes on. No, it solidifies very quickly, and then you could just put that can in your fridge or put some foil over it, whatever. If you have a lot, what I'm talking about would be what I would save if I was just making like a tray of bacon.
Sure.
I'll usually put on foil, and then I'll taco up the foil and just dump the bacon fat into the can.
Yeah.
If it's a bigger thing, put it in a ball jar, and then just throw it in your fridge, and you seriously can use it like butter. Like if you got let's say you're making peppers and onions, right? Yeah. Take a little like spoonful of that instead of butter. Put that in your frying pan, another loving spoonful, yes, and use that to fry up the vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah. See, you can't go wrong.
No,
it's bacon fat. I mean, you literally can't screw it up. But if it's something you use butter for, the only thing I would be hesitant on that would be like, would I use that to bake? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. That would be there's another question for Charlie. Can it be used to bake, Charlie? Let us know. You know how to reach us.
Not to bake Charlie, but to bake Charlie.
No, we don't need to bake Charlie. No. By the way, so I told you I went to go see him at Beatrix because I had to pick up the gifts for my in-laws, and then Mario and Greg from CHGO Blackhawks got some bacon too.
Nice.
Courtesy of Charlie. So my wife said, you got to get the angel food muffins from Beatrix.
Oh,
he brought those out. Not a big muffin guy.
Sure.
Okay. This is like eating a chocolate cloud or a lemon cloud, whatever flavor of cloud you prefer. The Beatrix angel food muffins are unreal. So if you're in Oak Brook, by Oak Brook Mall, and I know there's a Beatrix in the city, but Charlie works at the one in Oak Brook. Go in there, say hi to Charlie, and get yourself an angel food cake muffin. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, yeah, there's your final tip of the show. Just a tip.
Oh, just the tip, of course. All right. So make sure to follow us on all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod, imfatpod@gmail.com to send in a question, 708-858-3314 to leave a voicemail. Leave us a voicemail, you jerks. We haven't really had many lately.
Hell.
Check out the Patreon if you like, imfatmerch.com for all your I'm Fat Podcast merch needs, or your just TeePublic merch needs, and then we get a cut out of it, which is good for us. Which hopefully you would value. YouTube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Like the video and subscribe as well. That helps us out with numbers and all the juke in the stats and all that kind of thing. Which, by the way, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the regular podcast feed. Rate and review. We haven't gotten many ratings or reviews lately. That would be wonderful. At least we're over that that threshold of 500 reviews. I swear I'll get through this. And then Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Frato's Culinary Kitchen. They're our sponsors. He's Jay. I'm Rick. I'm going to take a nap, and this is the I'm Fat podcast.
I hope you have a fantastic day.